Hey guys, what's up? I was a little bored, so I decided to stream. This is the latest doodle I've been working on in my sketchbook, and uh, as you can see, the eyes are a little off. The gesture line for the head and neck and shoulders is off. The chin is too small, but you live and learn. So that's what I'm working on right now. Well, was working on. And right now, what I'm going to, and then I also started I'm trying to do a drawing a day, or at least work on a drawing a day. And then I started this scarf from my husband. It's almost to the point where I am, it needs about another inch and a half on it. It's a long scarf. I don't know if I can get this to show up for y'all good. So don't get dizzy. I'm just trying to adjust this. So, all right. I'm not sure. StreamYard looks really washed out today. Let me see. Okay. Ignore the phone. That's how I'm viewing what's going on this. So I have an idea of what's going on. Okay. So only need about an inch and a half left. This is one of my precious skeins of Studio by Nicole from AC Moore. Now the AC Moore down here in Virginia Beach where I'm at, it closed down after Michaels brought them out. And yeah, so I only have a few skeins of Stitch Studio yarn left. So yeah, that's all that's going on. So I was waiting for somebody else to come online and start broadcasting. Hopefully they will. Uh, and so yeah, so hopefully somebody else will come on and I can go and be a viewer instead of a doer today. I like my lurking. So hey, yes. Don't you love this one? Good morning, good morning. But I'm making a scarf for my husband out of this one. And I posted a picture on Facebook, Kim, and my sister said it looked like hamburger and seasoning. Cause the colors didn't come out good. So but yeah, I was bored. I've been sitting here waiting for somebody to start broadcasting. What time are y'all doing your Saturday show? It is so freaking soft. Um, Next week at 9. You write that down. I'm getting old. I gotta write stuff down now. Cause I definitely don't be remembering. Let me see. On Saturday, Pacific time. So that's 12 my time. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. But yeah, this is the only skein of the earth tone that I have left. So I decided to make something for my husband. So I'm making him a scarf and probably some fingerless gloves because he does wear those at work. And my granddaughter keeps getting hold of the skein, so I figured I better hurry up and go ahead and do something with it before she got it too tangled up to use. Can you believe it's already that far into the month? What did Rail make with it? I need to find my other hooks. This one keeps it's not as deep on this side of the hook as it is on this side, so that the yarn keeps popping off. It only does it with this yarn though. If I'd have known Michaels was gonna be buying them out and closing down the store here, I think I would have bought enough to make a sweater because this is awesome. I just love the way this earth tone looks. So I could have. I mean, it's enough. I could have made the baby a sweater with it, but so what project are you working on right now? I saw your new pattern for the amigurumi girl is awesome. If I like making amigurumis all the time, I would definitely. I'll still probably buy it just because I might make something for my granddaughter. But I loved it. Is it from a pattern or are you just going with the flow? Are you doing a granny square blocks or something? I haven't been missing your lunches because I've been working from home. Crochet or knit? Oh, then that wasn't a hardship. If you crocheting it, that's an easy fix. Now, if you were knitting, Ugh. I started knitting a baby blanket um for B when she was like 4 or 5 months old. It's still in a bag somewhere. I was doing a basket weave blanket, and it was not hard. It's just taking forever because I'm like, in the time it took me to get where I've gotten with that blanket, I could have made 2 or 3 crochet basket weave blankets. So I'm close to frogging it and just doing it in crochet. They're trying to freeze me to death. They got that air conditioner cranked up. So I sit here and freeze. They know I'm getting old and decrepit. And that cold will be getting to me. So I got a jacket on. I've been in the house wearing a jacket for most of the summer while we hide from the COVID. So after I finish this, I guess I can go ahead and start on his fingerless gloves. I usually knit his fingerless gloves. It's like they don't understand when you get older, you don't moderate your body temperature like when you were younger. This cold air be making my joints ache, and I was drawing earlier, so I had to make sure that I got all that pencil lead off my hands. This is dark anyway, so it ain't like he will notice it. This is the bush stitch. Um, it's basically a half shell. You do 2 double crochets, chain 2, and then a single crochet in the same stitch. Like I think this one I started out with 27 stitches. So basically you the third chain from the hook, you put a double crochet in it, then you chain 2, and then you put the single crochet, skip 2 chains, 2 double crochet, chain 2, single crochet, skip 2 chains, and you just do that all the way to the end. Chain up 2 or 3. I prefer to chain up 2, because that way it gives you more of this edging. Your edging is a lot tighter than if you chain up 3. Then that edge stitch should be a lot looser. So I chain 2 and turn, and then you put a double crochet in that when you're working. You'll see. And chain 2 double crochet. So it's very simple. It's a half shell. That's why I call it a half shell, because my favorite stitch is the shell stitch, which is a 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. And so when you get to the end, you do your 2 double crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and then I chain 2 up and turn my work. And when you turn it, you see that little loop you made with the chain 2. Your chain 2 space is right there. So you just go back into that space, chain 2, and then single crochet, and it self edges. So this is like my go-to blanket pattern, my go-to scarf pattern when I want to do something fast. I've even used it to make hats. You could do this in the round as well. You're gonna have a double crochet by itself when you to go up the side of the hat. Um, and when you decrease, you basically just like you're doing a regular decrease. If I was gonna decrease this when I'm doing a hat, I'll just go in, pull up this loop, then go into this one, pull up the loop, and then I will make my next one right there. And so when it decreases like that. So that's why I was able to modify it to use it for a hat. I've made 2 tops using this pattern. My daughter got both of them because I didn't do enough increases for the bust, so it was too tight on the bosoms. So she ended up with both of them. But yeah, it's a real easy stitch. I've taught it to like most of my friends. I got a tutorial up for it. It's an old tutorial though over on my channel. I think I got a playlist for tutorials and it's in there. And it's easy, it's fast, it's fun, and it's pretty. And the bigger needle you use, the larger the like this. I don't know if you can see these holes. But you can see there's like a little hole where the chain 2 spaces at. So if you use a bigger hook, it's more lacy looking, more lacy and open. You use a smaller yarn and a bigger hook, and it'll be real pretty and lacy. So if you want to make something for like the summer cotton or something more with a cotton thread yarn or something, then yeah, it'll look real nice. But I was like, the baby keeps grabbing this yarn, and then there's some other yarns that I got down in the basket, and she keeps grabbing those. So I want to go ahead and try to knock that out this weekend. Use the 2 yarns. She seems to be her go-to yarns, and go ahead and use those and make easy projects like this. To go ahead and use up that yarn, so she'll have less things to grab. So what sewing project are you working on now? You making some more tops and turban head wraps? Cool. I have bags and I don't use them. I need to just, I don't know. They're just over there. They don't help me. I'll I'll just throw my stuff in a freaking shopping bag or something. I don't even think to get one of those project bags out. I got ton of them that I bought. I don't use them. I need to crank out some more hats too. I haven't cranked out some hats, any hats, because the baby is always in here with me, and so I have to keep picking up the central, putting the central up, bring it back down, put it up, bring it down, so she don't mess with it. Same thing with my spinning wheel. I can't spin when she's in here. I have to get up. When I get up early, I'll spin while she's still out upstairs with her parents. And then like before I go to bed, I'll spin for 20, 30 minutes. Um, so I don't think I'm gonna reach my goal of spending 20 pounds by the end of the year. So I've spun about, let me see, 4 plus about, I've spun about 9 pounds already. Well, if I count that skein that I spun for my friend Ashley, I already spun about 10 pounds. So I forgot about that. I spun a skein of yarn for a commission. Um, no, my daughter does though. She does like the comic conventions and stuff. And then there's this one they usually have at the library that's like a comic convention and craft fair that she usually participates in. And I wanted to do that one this year, but because of the virus, all that stuff's been canceled. So I'll just be saving up for when we can get back out there, I guess. Because I'm usually watching the baby while she's, doing business. But it's because she does, like, she makes clay jewelry and stuff. Uh, and she also does illustration work and stuff. So, like, this is my taco pendant that she did. She uses watercolor and pan pastels to make them look, I don't know how to say, more authentic looking. The colors and stuff. I don't know if it'll focus. There we go. And just a pendant. There's an earring. My sweet potato pie earring. A frap. So she does all this stuff. I have my hot cocoa earrings with the peppermint stick on them. When it gets starts getting that time of the year, that's one of my favorites right there. Ah, you ain't gonna focus, camera. So, and then it's like I have some succulents somewhere: avocado, chocolate chip cookies, French fries, ice cream cones. She makes all kinds of cool stuff. There's like, I don't have the pizza, I have the cinnamon buns. I got some succulents somewhere. I don't know where. Probably, I think there's two of these because this one was too full. She has her own website. Let me get you the link. Let me see. All right, so that's her website. Her shop is attached to her website, and she does commissions as well. She just finished illustrating a book, but she can't show any of the illustrations and stuff for it yet. And she had there's a couple of changes that the author made at the last minute, and I think she's already finished that. So, but yeah, it's my pudding pie. Her real name is Yvonne, but we call her Pudding. She illustrated the whole book. She also did one for the local uh, autism um, organization here. That she did that one not too long after she got out of high school. This one she just did recently. This over the last year was for an attorney. Um, so she'll do the whole book. So yeah, she did the whole book for the one she just did, which included the cover. So if you needed something done, just contact her. She does portraits and she does all kinds of illustration work for people. She has a YouTube channel too. I don't know if she did a video this week or not. Mm-hmm. And now she started doing videos for her YouTube channel so that people could see her in action. Yeah, so my husband's from New York, so he likes to take his scarf and it's weird how he puts it on. It's just weird. So it has to be a little bit longer. Plus he's tall. He's 6'2". So it has to be a little longer so that he can do that doubling up thing he does with it. But he doesn't like it to be too long. So I'm almost probably maybe 2 more rows and it'll be where I need it to be. Let me share these. So I'm going to, later on in October. I'm going to be participating in the YouTube hop with some friends who are like scrapbookers and stuff. But I'm going to be doing my crafting and yeah. So I'm going to be either I'll probably find like do a sunflower coaster or something easy and fast for crochet, or I'll set up my camera to record me while I'm spinning, or maybe I'll do a drop spindle lesson. I'm not sure yet, but I think it's the third Sunday in October they're going to be doing that. So you want to watch it? Um, I'll give you Mary's information. She has all the she'll have all the information. They're still like organizing it. I think they have all the people. They might still have one or two slots. I'm not sure, but I'll give you Mary's information, and you can go onto a community channel, and that way you can get that contact information in case you want to participate. She might allow that. So let me go and get her YouTube link for you. Okay. Control and enter. And that's Mary's YouTube channel. And so if you had any questions about it, organizing and stuff, that would be fun doing a crochet hop as well. But yeah, that would be real. That would be a lot of fun doing a crochet hop. Because I think we have 30 minutes each to, and it helps you like get subscribers and get people, you know, in the community interested. Because I love watching scrapbookers and stuff. I just don't scrapbook. I mean, only the closest I get to scrapbooking is gluing. Like if I go out somewhere and I'm doodling on a napkin or something like that, I will take and put that on. I'll glue it into my one of my sketchbooks. But as far as like they be doing that stuff, they be making like handmade gift cards and all this awesome stuff, painting, and I don't do that stuff. I don't need another hobby. But I love watching people do it. It does give me ideas. It gives me that they sometimes they'll have like an organizational thing, So you do get a lot of good ideas from them, art wise and stuff. And you see like what's popping in the crafting community. And you can sit there and share ideas with somebody. Like if somebody's working on a project and they ask the audience for suggestions, you can participate that way if you don't, even if you don't want to be, like while they're doing that, I'm crocheting or spinning while they're scrapbooking. So I just don't need another hobby. The closest I could probably get to doing what they do is drawing and coloring to use up all my art supplies. Now I won't lie, I have purchased some nice art books from watching them for the artwork. Unlike them, they're gonna they cut their books up and do stuff with them. I love the books just because I love the particular artwork that's in the book. Now I don't buy those craft papers and paints and all that stuff. But sometimes they'll have an art book that I like. Let me see. I can't even get to it because I got yarns on top of it. And I'll buy that book. Because of the different drawing and painting techniques in the book that, I do have watercolors and I do have oil pastels and whatnot. And that's one of my goals, is to start using my art supplies more instead of just pencils. I'm comfortable drawing with pencils because that's what I usually do. I usually just sit there sketching with a pencil or a pen when I'm out somewhere and at home. But I got to get out of that. I got to start using some of these colors too. So I have pens and I got a couple of coloring books to start using my color pencils and using them when I'm drawing as well. So, but let me tell you something though. This pencil sharpener, if you color a lot, this pencil sharpener is awesome. Awesome. Let me see. That's the kind of point it'll put on it, a long point. So if you're doing a lot of sketching, I love this thing. And I think only paid like maybe $11 or $12 for it. Yes, girl, that's what I'm talking about. These scrapbookers, that's what they're doing. These junk journals are works of art, pure works of art. Yes, yes. And there's a couple of ladies in the group. That's our people. Yeah, I got it off of Amazon. And I love that pencil sharpener. And it sharpens my colored pencils as well, and no breaking. It doesn't. And so I just have to be careful until I can get the point smaller. So, but yes, there's a couple of our people who are also in the group. And one lady, she's up in New York, and she makes amazing scrapbooks and glue books. Junk journals, or whatever you want to call them. They have journals for specific things. For instance, they have a Halloween journal where they do Halloween stuff in. They have a daily journal. They have a daily calendar that they put little scraps and stuff on the calendar. They just have all kinds of stuff. And Dee Dee Willingham, if you don't follow Dee Dee, you need to follow Dee Dee Willingham, because her stuff is freaking off the chain. Let me get you her YouTube. All right, so you need to follow Dee Dee. You don't follow nobody else. You need to follow Dee Dee. And Mary, if you go to Mary's community tab, if you go to her community tab, she a couple of posts down, she has a list when the last time they did a hop, where you can also visit the list and see the other scrapbookers and stuff that's part of that last hop. There's probably like 2 hops in there, because I think there was one a couple weeks ago too. And so you can find other people. Like another person is the Jersey Crafter. She should be on one of Mary's hot lists. But I'm telling you, you will not regret it. Mary likes to experiment. The Marie Altair, Mary, I think they call her Mary, but she likes to experiment. So she'll be doing experiments as well as doing the scrapbooking and journaling and stuff like that. The Scrappy Chicks, Miss Schuler, Janet Nash. Janet's from Great Britain, so watch her videos, because you can just love just listening to her talk. Her voice is just so soothing. Yep. So I've been like watching them for years. I just don't scrapbook, but I love watching the stuff they make. And sometimes they'll have sales. Like sometimes they'll have sales, and I'll pick up something here and there for my daughter. Like I got some masonite boards cutting 8x10s for my daughter for when she's doing oil paintings and stuff. So, and I got it was two of the pre-cut boards for $3, cheaper than me going to freaking um Home Depot and buying a board and then trying to get them to cut it up for me. So so I ordered it from the Junk Journal. I think that's the name of her YouTube, is the Junk Journal. Talk about some amazing stuff. Oh my god. And then yeah. Hey Shauna, there's one of them right there. You go right there. You can follow Shauna too. She's one of the journal crafters. And she does other stuff as well. They do jelly plating. They make their own papers with jelly plating to use in their journals. They use melted crayons, everything, all kinds of stuff. I'm telling you, Kim, don't blame me if you get addicted to following them. You can't blame me if you start buying stuff. All I did was provide you with links. I ain't got nothing else. No, you can't blame me for none of the other stuff. Yep. I'm telling you, Kim, you falling down a rabbit hole you'll never crawl out of. Shauna, what time are you broadcasting? Are you going to broadcast today? I am making a scarf for my husband, and then I'm going to make him some matching fingerless gloves for his new winter stuff that my daughter would steal. Our youngest daughter, she'll steal it from him. She's always taking his stuff. She'll be like, "Ooh, Daddy, you got a new scarf," and then it disappears. I need to find my other hooks, because this is going to drive me crazy. I organized my desk, and I bought these little containers to put my hooks in. And so my hooks is over there in a container where they used to sit on my desk on a cup, but I needed the space so that I can draw. 30 minutes? Okay, cool. Awesome. Kim, I think I done went beyond doing 2 more rows. So I started this scarf last night when y'all were doing the hop for my husband's new winter gear. And so the scarf is finished. The color isn't showing up true to life. It's grayed out. Well, it's grayed out on this screen, but it looks pretty close on YouTube. So I'm not sure why StreamYard does that. So, but it's called Earth Tone, and it's a AC Moore yarn, and AC Moore is Michael's brought them out, and so our local AC Moore, because we have we have like 2 or 3 Michaels in this area, so our local AC Moore closed down, and which sucked. So I wonder if You would think Michael would picked up the stitch. I haven't been to when COVID struck not too long after it shut down, so I don't know if Michael's has brought out the Stitch Studio by Nicole, or brought out their yarn products and relabeled them as their own. I don't know, but yeah, this yarn was called Earth Tone. It's burgundy with flecks in it of tweed. So weave in these ends, and his scarf is finished because he don't like tassels. And then I can find my DPNs and start his fingerless gloves. Could crochet them, but the crochet ones just don't fit as well as the knit ones do. So what is the stream gonna be about today? I know, Kim, you would think they would, considering how popular this Studio by Nicole yarns were, and they should. I figured they would have just had all the yarn sent to one of their relabeling places and relabeled it as a Michael's yarn. It is a very soft acrylic yarn, very soft. I think I think the baby stole my No, I cut it up. Hold up. I cut it up to send to someone because I created a little scrapbook envelope over here. So this was 95% acrylic and 5% viscose. 612 yards, medium weight. So I saved this label. But I have a little folder over here where I've been putting little scrapbook and scraps in to send to the scrapbookers so they can have fun with it. It's thrift store coaster coffee table journal. Well, that sounds like fun. You can't. Let's see. There you go, Kim. Like I said, Kim, Um, I am innocent of any decisions you make here on out. Yeah, like they say, my name is Bennett, and I ain't in it. Hey, hey, I am finishing up a scarf for my husband for his new fall winter scarf and fingerless gloves set. And after I finish this, I will be starting on his fingerless gloves. Right now, I'm just weaving in the end, making sure it's woven in. Everything that I make from now on, I have to make sure that it's woven in really good, because we have that 1 year old in the house and she likes yarn. So I'm pretty sure she will be the one to try to find the ends on people's stuff and try to unweave it, end it. So, so yeah. So after, in about what? How much more time you got, Sean? About 15 minutes. We'll be getting on the bus and heading over to Shauna's site. Now, is this your pay for one that's getting ready to come up in 30 minutes, or your regular one? Okay. So yeah, we're gonna get on the bus. Oh, that's what they call it. Friends in the box, Kim. All our friends in the box, as in your computer screen box. And so we get on the bus. When we leave someone's channel, we get on the bus together and we all go over to that person's channel to watch the goodness that they create. Don't you like that? It's like it's what they do on the hops. Let me see. So we got 18 more minutes before we got to catch our bus over to Shauna's channel. So that Kim can fall down that rabbit hole. Yeah, but I'm giving them a free bus trip today to your channel. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna leave my channel and take the bus over to your channel, Shauna. Now, if that baby can figure this out, she's more of a genius than she already is. Little bad self. Okay. She likes playing with yarn. So I'm gonna let her keep this little string. I'll put it where she can get it. I have one of those yarn bucket things that they used to sell. They probably still sell them. You could put like a full ball of yarn in it, and pull your yarn out the top and carry it around. She likes it. I put all my remnants in there. I roll them up in a ball and I keep them in there. And then when it gets real full, then I'll try and find a scrap project for it. She likes toting that thing around, and she sits there and she almost got it open the other day. I'm just waiting for the day she gets it open, because she likes to drape the yarn over her like it's jewelry. It's crazy. And I'm like, I told, I have to keep an eye on her, because I'm like, you're gonna strangle yourself one day. I'm like, that is not jewelry. That is yarn. But I'm hoping that she'll be the one. She'll be the one that will inherit my craftiness. Keep y'all's fingers crossed. Well, Puddin is the artist, so she inherited the art part. Marissa sews. I don't like to sew, but Marissa sews. So I'm hoping the baby will be the one who picks up crocheting, knitting, and spinning. So just keep your fingers crossed. So his scarf is finished. Yay, me. And so now I can start on his fingerless gloves. I need to find my DPNs I want to use. Oh, actually, you know what? I could work on my sweater while I wait these next few minutes. That's a blanket. I don't even know where I hid my sweater from the baby. That's, oh yeah. Here's that blanket I was telling you about, Kim. That I didn't. It's Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. Pastel tweeds. And this is as far as I got with it. I started making this. Shoot, I think it was cold weather when I started making this thing. But that's as far as I got. So, okay, Shauna. We see you in, what time is it? 14 minutes. I mean, I like the way it's coming out. And I should just finish it, huh? I should just keep going. What you think? That's a lot to frog. Granted, I could take and bind it off. Use this as the bind it off and garter. Go ahead and do my garter. Use this as the center, and then pick up the stitches around it and put a granny around it. I could do that too. That way I save my knitting. And this could be the center of the blanket. And then I could pick it up. Yeah, definitely should do one of those. Kim. Definitely. It can't be the third Sunday in October. I'm pretty sure that's when I'm going to be doing the other hop. Yeah, because I want the borders to match all the way around. See, I have a border right here. So I will do my garter border that's on the other end. Do my garter border on this side. That way, when I pick up the stitches for the granny square, it'll be all the same. So, but yeah, I gotta find my sweater. I'm on the sleeves on my sweater, and I want to get it finished. So I need to find my sweater. But the thing about it is, I crochet fast. I crochet pretty fast. If I can knit as fast as I crochet, oh my God. That's why I have to wear finger cuffs to keep the skin on my finger. And I didn't finish this blanket. I never finished this blanket, which was an experiment. Only got one more ball of mandala to put on that. I should just finish that one too then. Yep, the hook is in the bag. So this was an experiment. I had to iron it because it goes the other way. It goes this way. So this was one of those squares from like the squares I used to make the Sesame Street blanket. That was a Bag-O-Day crochet pattern. But it started puckering, the bigger it got, and I had to iron it and flatten it out. So then I picked up the stitches right here. I picked them up and I did a granny stitch. So I'm doing a row of granny stitch. It's like the box stitch because I'm doing a row of granny stitch. And then I do a row of chain, chain 3 in between the granny stitches. And then you do like the V-stitch shell in the corners. And so I had got this yarn off of Amazon. And it was like these little, it was supposed to be for like making amigurumis and stuff, but it was just too soft and too small. And so I used that yarn to get rid of it in this blanket. And so yes, I think that's what I'll do doing Shauna's thing. I think I'll work on this. And then tomorrow I'll probably, this evening I'll work on my sweater if I find it. It should be behind me in that box. All my whips is behind me in that box. Croquettes. What's a croquette? Is that like a group name of crocheters? So that's 2 blanket whips. And I think I'm going to work on that one because it's easy. I have a 3rd blanket whip. That's just yarn in that bag. And I still haven't found my sweater. So this is another one of those Bavarian stitch blankets. And I was doing it in grays. I only had 1 skein of this. This is wool. This is a wool and acrylic blend. It's the Plymouth Encore yarn, which is 70% worsted. The baby done took my last. It's like 25% wool, 75% acrylic. It's like my go-to yarn worthy people yarn to make blankets with. But I have this much left of the first color, which I don't have the ball bands for those. Here it is. This one has a ball band. So yeah, 75-25. And then I have that much left of the burgundy. So that's all I have left. And when I run out, that's it for that blanket. I'm not going to buy. And I have a light and a darker gray. That's a charcoal gray. So that's it for that blanket. I'm not going to buy any more yarn for this blanket. What you see is what this blanket's going to get. And so I'm usually don't have these many whips. But with all these people that were having babies, I had to keep stopping what I was working on and do stuff for other people who were having babies. So I'll finish this up and the other one so I can get back to doing stuff I want to do for me, just so I can have them done and out of my way. Aha. So then I have some fingerless gloves that I'm knitting from hand spun. And my baby has been in my box. That's why everything is all crazy and mixed up. Yeah, my grandbaby. She's not my baby. As my daughter is so off to tell me, she's not your baby. Stop calling her your baby. So these are some socks I've been working on for like 2 years. And I can do fingerless gloves like that. And there's something about doing socks. And they're not hard. Socks are not hard. I don't know. Maybe because when I make stuff for me, because my feet are so big, I get tired of knitting. But this is that foxglove yarn from Knit Picks. I love this color. Love it. So this is my, see what I told you, I got some project bags. The only time I see them is like when I pick up this whip. And then I think I won this one from Ash Love. Ash Love makes. I think I won. I think that one's from her. I think. But these have the fingerless gloves I'm working on with wool and alpaca. So this is a broken seed stitch. And it's hand spun. The sparkly part is the hand spun part, which is this that I spun on a drop spindle. And it's alpaca. It's an alpaca with a lot of stellina in it. And these wouldn't take long to do either. It's just that I keep putting it down to do stuff for other people. So that's why I put it right here behind me. So once I finish my husband's thing, which is, like what they call it when you're obligated to make something. Once I finish his stuff, then I can get back to working on my last whips. Here's my sweater. So I'm on the sleeves. I'm on Sleeve Island. So now I just got to do my sleeve. And it's the flax. So it's a combination. This part right here is that Encore yarn. It's 2 balls of the Encore yarn. It is the 75-25 wool. This part right here is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. I think it's a Mist Gray. I think that was the name of it, was Mist. This part right here is Caron Simply Soft. And the sleeves are Red Heart. But this was that when Red Heart yarn started getting softer. It's like some of the colors would be softer than the others. And so I only have one skein of this, and God knows how old it is. But this is the sleeves. It's gonna be the Red Heart. Only had one skein. It's enough to do both the sleeves. At least it should be. Since I'm knitting it. If I was crocheting it, it wouldn't be. But yeah, I just got to do the sleeves on my sweater, guys, and it's done, and it fits. I'm so happy with it. I'm so proud of myself that I made a sweater for me. Y'all seen stuff I made for the grandchild, but I making a sweater for me, and then I want to make a sweater for my husband. And once he gets his, those 3 daughters of mine will probably be begging for something. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this out so I can work on that while I am watching Shauna's show. And it got 2 minutes. So let me post a link to her channel again for you guys. We're getting ready to get on the bus. We're going over to Shauna's channel. She is a mixed media artist. She does scrapbooking, journaling, all kinds of stuff. So we're going to go over there and hang out with her for a while. Thank you guys for coming to my live stream because I was bored. I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me this morning. So let's get on the bus. We're going over to our friend in the box, Shauna. Y'all take care, and I'll see you there.